where I'm at now, has historically, more than likely, and probably what has started violence for some humans who commit mass shootings and murder and death and killing and violence and war. Ted Kaczynski as the most noticeable example and obvious. Technological slavery he talked about a long time ago. Blowing up humans with explosives. To not pause and go, oh my gosh, there is just some horrific choices humans have decided and continue to repeat, and not remember beauty and love and hope. Has dangerous consequences. Mostly having to do with how little an almost unmeasurable amount of benefit to keep working and trying to not be homeless and suffer. Instead of simply buying drugs and eventually dying. Drinking liquor and going brain dead and committing suicide and swallowing pills and overdosing. Nobody supports a person who chooses to learn about a problem such as suffering. Nobody encourages a human who decides they want to change the world, unless you're Barack Obama, Kim Kardashian, Beto O'Rourke, and now Mr. President Joe Biden, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar and all of those who are so intelligent and brilliant about what needs to get fixed. They have all of the answers to the problem I've been trying to solve for as long as I've been learning. On Earth. There's not really any other explanation for keeping going, other than the family I grew up with in Arizona and Ohio and elsewhere. But eventually those memories are gone. And there's going to be a day where I too will stare at light. And I too will consider death as involving less suffering than living. So far, I've seen no indication. I've received no response from anybody other than to provide an emotional stimulation and occasionally a financial reward. To make me feel better. Suffering is indeed probably the worst part of living on earth. But unfortunately, the most easily solvable with what humans have accomplished and achieved with medicine and health. A long time ago, nobody could theoretically and philosophically and verbally and mathematically consider what I'm talking about now as far as suffering. But that was a long time ago. And humans no longer have excuses. Other than they potentially don't want to solve the problem of suffering. And unfortunately, then there's evil. And what other words, sound, or painting, or picture, or noise a person uses, a human uses to describe evil. And worse, people who don't care about living with evil. Humans who are more interested in going to Mars, having families, and having a house instead of a tent shelter.